Maybe you found yourself lying awake at 3 a.m., listening to the silence of the house, feeling a sudden, sharp tightness in your chest that has nothing to do with medicine and everything to do with time. Maybe you've looked at the photos of friends who are no longer here, or noticed a new shadow in the mirror, and felt that unnameable coldness creeping into your heart. The world tells us to look away, to fight it, to stay young at all costs. But the more we run, the more the shadow grows. If you know that quiet, persistent ache of fear, this video is for you. Welcome to Buddha's path to peace. Today, we are going to walk together toward the one thing we've been told to fear most, only to find that it is not an enemy, but our greatest teacher. Society makes us feel that aging is a failure and that death is a mistake. We are taught to treat grief like a disease that needs to be fixed or moved on from. But let's be honest with each other here. At 70 or 80, the fear of the end isn't a problem to be solved. It is a profound, heavy weight of love that has nowhere to go. You might feel like you are standing on a shrinking island. Every time a friend passes, or a doctor gives a new diagnosis, a piece of that island falls into the sea. It's lonely, and it's okay to say it. It is terrifying. In the Buddhist tradition, we don't ask you to be brave or stay positive. We ask you to be present. Your fear is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that you cherish life. What if I told you that the very thing you are running from holds the key to the most profound freedom you have ever known? In the wisdom of the ancients, death is not a wall. It is a horizon. Think of a sunset. From where you stand on the beach, the sun is disappearing. It looks like an end. But from the perspective of the sun, it isn't going away. It is simply moving forward to light up another shore. This is the first lesson. Death is a transition, not an extinction. Why is this true? Consider 3 things. Energy never disappears. Just as the water in a glass evaporates into clouds and returns as rain, your essence is a part of a much larger cycle. The you has already changed many times. Look at a photo of yourself at 5 years old. Every cell in that body is gone. That child died so the teenager could be born. The teenager died so you could become the person you are today. You have survived 1,000 small deaths already. Nature is our mirror. The leaves fall in autumn, not because they failed, but because it is time to nourish the roots for a new spring. Takeaway: you are not a body having a spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being, currently experiencing a body. Let me tell you about a woman named Kisa Gotami. She lived over 2,000 years ago, but her heart felt exactly like yours does today. Kisa lost her only child, a young boy. She was so lost in grief that she carried his small, cold body from house to house, begging for medicine to bring him back. People whispered, "She has lost her mind." Finally, she found the Buddha. She cried, "Master, give me the medicine for my son." The Buddha looked at her with eyes of infinite compassion. He didn't give her a lecture on philosophy. He said, "I will help you, but first, go to the village and bring me a handful of mustard seeds. However, they must come from a house where no one, no child, no parent, no servant has ever died." Kisa's heart leaped with hope. She went to the first house. "Can I have some mustard seeds?" They said, "Of course." But when she asked, "Has anyone died here?" they shook their heads sadly. "The living are few," they said, "but the dead are many." She went to the next house, and the next. In every single home, she heard stories of loss. A father gone, a sister lost, a beloved grandmother missed. As the sun began to set, Kisa sat by the side of the road, watching the lights of the city flicker and go out. She realized then, her pain was not a wall that separated her from the world. It was the thread that connected her to every living soul. And what Kisa Gautami found in that dusty road might be exactly what you are searching for today. Kisa Gautami didn't find a cure for death. She found a cure for the isolation of death. And you? Are you carrying your mustard seeds alone? Are you waiting for a medicine to bring back a past that can no longer be? The second layer of teaching is this: the fear of death is often the fear of an unfinished life. We are afraid to leave because we haven't fully arrived. We worry about the future end because we are not fully inhabiting the now. In Buddhism, we practice Maranasati, the mindfulness of death. It sounds dark, but it is actually the most life-affirming practice there is. When you realize the candle will eventually burn out, you don't stare at the wax. You use the light to read, to love, and to see clearly. I want to ask you a question. You might be afraid to ask yourself, is it okay to be tired of being strong? The answer is yes. You are allowed to feel the weight of your years. You are allowed to be scared of the pain or the loss of control. But listen to what your fear, what this grief for the self is trying to tell you. It is whispering three things. You are loved. You wouldn't fear losing this life if it weren't a beautiful gift. It is time to forgive. Death is a great cleanser. It tells us that the grudges we've held for 20 years are too heavy for the journey ahead. Let them go. You are more than your body. When the house becomes frail, it is a reminder that the inhabitant is ready for a larger space. You have permission to stop fighting the inevitable and start befriending the eternal. 1618 Thukhan Maranasati Nan Keithwat Jongchum Nyut. Pause 2 zeros. Before we finish, I want to offer you a small practice, a gift you can take with you. Close your eyes if it's safe to do so, take a breath. Imagine you are a leaf on a majestic oak tree. You have seen the spring. You have felt the warmth of the summer sun. Now, the air is cool. Your edges are turning gold. Feel the wind gently tugging at you. Instead of holding on tight, imagine just letting go. You are drifting. You aren't falling. You are flying. Now, silently repeat these words in your heart. I am part of the great cycle. I am safe in the arms of impermanence. My love remains. My peace begins. That is all. There is nothing more you need to do. We started today in the 3 a.m. darkness, looking at the ticking clock with fear. But remember Kisa Gautami. She found that when she accepted the truth for everyone, she found peace for herself. The clock isn't counting down to 0. It is simply keeping the rhythm of a much larger song. The person who has made peace with the end is the most truly alive person in the world. May you walk your path with a light heart and a quiet mind. If this conversation brought even a small moment of stillness to your day, please consider joining our community by subscribing. We are all walking each other home. In our next video, we will explore the art of letting go of adult children and how to find your own identity when your roles change. It is a vital companion to what we discussed today. If you are struggling with physical pain, I've prepared a playlist on Buddhist wisdom for chronic illness that you can find on the screen now. Until we meet again, breathe deep and be kind to yourself.